Join us as we explore Tacoma's filmmaking grit and supportive community journey.
That are just not the best practices. We shouldn't have those
So,
requirements.
how supportive or non-supportive is the city of Tacoma to y'all?
I would say City of Tacoma has been pretty supportive. I
Okay.
would have gotten way more support, but I'm not going to complain because it's very new. It's too early for me to say they're supportive or not supportive. We have just started. We have just incorporated, and so far, I have gotten amazing support from council members, from communications people, from people who manage the events, from people who do lots of programming. I have gotten amazing. Almost always, I have gotten a yes when I ask for a meeting. People who manage the culture, vitality, public art, people met. They say, yeah, we'd love to meet you. They met, they gave me direction, they gave me contact. Too early to say it's
Okay.
good or bad support.
For filmmaking, do you have like a favorite genre, like drama, comedy, personal family stories? Do you have a favorite like genre of film?
Oh, I personal
Yeah.
personal favorite. Yeah, I love thrillers. I love romantics.
Okay.
I love romance. I love noir.
Mhm.
That's one of my favorite.
Okay.
That noir is my favorite. But for city of Tacoma, I think we are not restricting ourselves to any kind of
Mhm.
genre. There are, I think Tacoma has everything for almost all genres.
Is there like a minimum age for someone to be involved with, like can someone like fifth grade come, hey, I want to be a filmmaker, or is that too young?
No, I think we don't have anything for filmmakers who are that young. But the Grand Cinema is actually, my son is 12 years old and he has just enrolled in the film camp that Grand does. And then I have another friend who runs Arts First as a non-profit. He has small kids involved. So we also want to curate all of these resources. We can't do all of it ourselves.
Yeah.
But we want to curate and we want to encourage other people to do it. And when they do it, we can then, sort of streamline some of our communities and say, hey, you want to learn film, go there. You want to be on a set, there's a film production going on there. Or you want to learn, like one of the program I'm currently working on is called Band Together. And the idea is to help young people launch their music bands.
Mhm.
Forming a band is like starting a company.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not easy.
No.
Just because you know how to play an instrument,
No.
that's not
Personalities,
enough.
right?
It's a
Personalities.
business
Mhm.
acumen, economics. Most importantly, if you're forming a band, you're really getting into a long-term thing. You can't form a band and then next year one band member goes to New York to study college and one goes.
No.
You
No.
can't do that. You have
No.
to commit. You say, look, we're together. We are a band. Now we're together for 5 years.
Mhm.
It really restricts a lot of things. You have to honor that restriction and work with it. And who should do it? I mean, why should you do it? You should do it if you love music. If you can validate that music is something you can make a career out of, don't look everywhere. It's great. I mean, live music is one of the fastest growing verticals within the music industry. And I think something happened after COVID.
Yeah, there's nothing better than live music. Live music is the best.
Live music is the best, and I think it has always been best. But something about COVID, we now honor it so much more. We recognize it how much we need when we were all locked into our homes and there was nothing. So live music is amazing, and that's why. So that's one program, and that's for adults and youth both. There are two groups. The film program that I mentioned, film production, is also meant for youth group, high school level, and then we have adult, which could be anything.
So does the name Grit City mean anything? What's the basis for naming it Grit City?
What is the basis of a great city? Well, Tacoma is known as the great city.
Yeah.
Tacoma is also known as the city of destiny. I like grit because I think grit is such an important skill to succeed. And Tacoma's personal story has been a story of grit. It kept coming back. It kept trying. The resilience that it had, and that you have to have that grit. It's very hard to transform yourself to such an extent as Tacoma did. I mean, from being one of the most dangerous cities to becoming one of the most, welcoming cities for tourism. That's not easy.
No.
To have the site that you were mentioning of how gorgeous it is, it's the same site which was stinky, which was dangerous. People were literally leaving their homes and running away from it. They never wanted to come back. And those are some kind of people, who have this attitude of, oh, it's not what I want. I want ready-made everything. It's not cool. It's not wonderful. I'm going to go away somewhere. This running away attitude. Whereas other members in the same community decided, you know what, we're going to fix it. Not going to run away. This is our community. Our beaches are dirty. We'll clean it up. We have drug problems, we have violence problems, we'll fix it. And these people are everywhere. I mean, these people, you will find them in police department, you will find them who ran for city council. There is this grit, you need to have it in you. Or you can have this escapist attitude, oh, it's not cool enough, I'm gonna go. This user attitude.
Yeah.
I want to use it, I don't want to build it. Just give it to me, I'll use it. If I don't like it, I'll use something else. You're constantly using. That's okay. I mean, you can be one, but I'm very driven by the kind of builders community that we have in Tacoma for decades. I mean, this community has stayed in Tacoma. They have loved Tacoma. They continue to love, and they will do anything that needs to be done to transform Tacoma for the good of it. For its.
So you talked about this some before, but like you talk about you want other places like think of Tacoma as a film community. Like how are you going about building relationships like the other like with Vancouver, Bombay? Like what's the plan to build communities or build relationships or collaborations with other places?
That's a great question. There are three specific things that we're looking at just to keep our focus right. One, we want to do co-production. So we want people in these cities where lots of content creation is happening. We want them to know that there are opportunities to co-produce things. So if you're making a film in Mumbai, great, make the film in Mumbai, make it for Indian audience, that's fine. But take a company from Tacoma who could co-produce with you. It can help you raise money, it can bring talent for you. The other is locational advantages. If you're doing a film, let's do it together. Film half of it here in Tacoma, half of it in other parts of the country, and the rest of it in Mumbai, or whatever the need of the script is. And working with at the script level, writing scripts with characters and plots that might be a good fit for Tacoma. Tacoma has a lot to show. I mean, we are naturally endowed with beautiful locations. The script should demand that. There are certain scripts that will not work very well for Tacoma. Tacoma may not be a best fit. You could do it in Mumbai. Why come all the way? So somebody has to write those scripts. We want to nudge that process. And then very simply, the other is to just use each other's talent. I mean, we want to create a pool of our talent. We want our artists, set designers, actors, producers, executive producers, all organized in one place, so that if somebody comes along and says, hey, I am producing a film in India for Indian audience, let's just say, which is not what we are aspiring for, but let's just say that often happens in most of the cases. People in Mumbai are producing stuff in Mumbai for the people of India, right? We want them to say, even though it's all for Indian audience and we produce it, we would like to hire your cinematographer because we have seen his or her work, and because your cinematographer will have a very different perspective. Same camera, same lenses, but different perspective. We want to borrow that perspective and bring it into our filmmaking. That's something we want to do. So really three things: co-production, talent exchange, and locational advantages.
And like, how often have you been able to convince people from other cities to come here to Tacoma to be like on spot in Tacoma to show them everything that you have here?
Well, we have just gotten started, and we are very lucky. One of the very well-known music producers in India, a music composer called Ehsan. He is part of a music group called Ehsan Loy Shankar. They are one of the top music producers in Bollywood. Some of the most memorable music in the last 2 decades has come from them. They were in Seattle performing, and I found out that Ehsan, who is the lead guitarist, has been using guitar which is manufactured in Tacoma.
Okay.
And so we used that link to get him to Tacoma.
Yes.
And of the 3 days, he spent 2 days in Tacoma. He went to the shop. We gave him a tour of Tacoma. We had lunch together. I'm working with his team for the his tech team, Raj, who I became friends with, who also came to Tacoma, bought a bunch of pickups and loved Tacoma. He and I are working together now to launch this music band program in Mumbai, plus I'm going to launch it in Tacoma. And then A.R. Rahman, who is 2 Academy Award winning, 2 Grammy. He is the one who composed the music of Slumdog Millionaire. He's very well known. He's probably the biggest name in music in India across 4 music industry, film industry. He's coming to Tacoma to perform on July 20th. He's performing at the Dome. 22,000 people at the Dome. I bet it will fill every seat. And then we had Veer Das, who is one of the best known stand-up comedians, Bollywood actor. He has 2 Netflix shows. He was in Tacoma. He was performing at the Tacoma Comedy Club. So we have had some, these interesting things happen. Some of it happened because of our effort. Some of it just happened. We were lucky it happened. Like A.R. Rahman, we played no role, but he's coming to Tacoma. And we have reached out to his team to meet with us before the concert or after the concert so that we can show him the city. We want him to meet with some of the council members. One of the council member has also extended official invite to his team to meet with us. So we're just trying everything that we can do to just highlight Tacoma and show Tacoma as a welcoming community.
Nice. So, is there anything I should have asked you that I haven't asked you yet, or anything else you want to talk about?
Say that again.
Is there anything I should have asked you that I have not asked you yet, or anything else you want to talk about?
No, you have been wonderful. I mean, you have covered such a length and breadth of questions. I enjoy talking with you. I would love to just invite everybody to engage. If anything that I've said appeals to you or sticks to you, sticks with you, and you want to be part of it, I want to assure you that this is a huge project. You know, it's one of those things you do against all odds, and people tell you not to do it, or people say it's too much. There are too many moving parts. But you're adamant, you know, this is one of those projects for me. I'm adamant. I know I will hear a lot of no's. They won't stick. I don't care about the no's. I'm just hearing every 15, 20 no's, there's one yes. And that one yes overrides all of the no's. So if you want to be a part of this very exciting project and journey, I would love for you to reach out, email me, or find me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I would love to work with you. I love chai, and I think if you reach out to me, what is going to happen is you and I are going to sit down over a cup of chai at Point Ruston or wherever you are. I'll drive down and we'll have a conversation.
Nice. And so, LinkedIn and Instagram is the best two ways to reach out to you.
LinkedIn is the best.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. And last thing, you gave a lot of value. We talked about a lot of things, but can you give us any wisdom or advice or anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm not very good in giving advice, but I would say just think about your story a lot. You have a story. Don't underestimate your story. Your story is a collective story of your parents, your neighborhood, your neighbors, your books you have read, documentaries you have seen, letters you have written. It's all part of your story. So don't underestimate your story. Please tell your story. Talk about yourself. Talk about the environment you grew up in, things that bothers you. Talk about it. It matters a lot when we talk about our personal things. A lot of time people shy away. They avoid talking about themselves because they think it's showing off, or it's too. I don't think it's showing off. You are at your most authentic self when you just talk about your story as your story. So please don't underestimate your stories.